Now, giving effective CPR is one of the most important skills in the first aid handbook. It's literally the difference between life and death when someone's heart stops beating.
New research from the British Heart Foundation shows that nearly half of British people have never learned how to do it.
The football community is doing its bit to address that, and John's been to meet two fans who have more reason than most to spread the message.
Harry and his family are huge Brighton fans, but 7 years ago, Harry suffered a cardiac arrest at school. It was his teacher, Christine, who saved his life.
Harry was playing football at the after-school club, and I got called out to the field, and he was just lying there. I knew he wasn't breathing because I'd checked for the breathing, and also his lips were going blue.
She continued doing CPR for 15 minutes without stopping. I mean, she's the most amazing lady, and yeah, I'm really, really grateful for what she did for Harry.
All I could remember was waking up in hospital and not really knowing what had happened and what had gone on.
Right, we'll kick off then, guys. Listen, thank you so much for making the time.
Now a CPR session is being laid on. It's easy to learn using just your phone and a cushion.
Bit of music coming. It is quite exhausting, okay, but just try and keep with it. Bit of exercise for you now. So to the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Learning this skill, you could actually be saving a loved one, so yes, it's very important.
You just get into the rhythm really quickly with it.
Yeah, far more confident than I was this morning, definitely.
A cardiac arrest can happen to anyone, as the collapse of Luton Town captain Tom Lockyer back in December showed. During his recovery, he thanked those who helped him and encouraged more to learn CPR. Earlier this week, he returned to his club and was given a standing ovation in their game against Brighton.
Tom Lockyer was in many ways very lucky that it happened on a football pitch with people who knew how to do CPR, and there's a defibrillator there ready to save his life. But we see thousands and thousands of people who die unnecessarily each year in the country from cardiac arrests. And there are things we can do, and it's, you know, the public can do it just as well as I can, and you don't need to have great training or anything like that. CPR is relatively really easy.
We're here with Harry. Harry, do you want to come up and join me?
Not everybody will be as lucky as Harry, who's received this special message.
Hello Harry mate, it's Billy Gilmore here. I want to say a massive thank you from everyone at the club and what you're doing, and more importantly, teaching everyone how to do CPR. We know it's really important to you, and we just want to keep up the good work. Take care, and I hope to see you at the next Albion game.
How was that,
Oh my God. That CPR was what has got us our son here today, and allows me and him and his dad and my dad, you know, to go and watch Brighton every other week, and it's just amazing.
And whilst many are learning, figures released show there's still a long way to go.
New research commissioned by the British Heart Foundation shows that nearly half of UK adults still don't know CPR. So that's around 23 million people that still need to learn the life-saving skills of CPR.
There are over 30,000 out-of-hospital cardiac arrests every year in the UK. Performing quick CPR can make all the difference between life and death, something which GP Nick Thomas knows all too well after collapsing whilst playing football with friends after work.
Every Thursday night we play, have done for many years. Went as normal, no problem, started playing, all good. I think I scored 3 goals that night supposedly, but I don't think they counted in the end, but there we go. And then that was it, sort of towards the end of the game, I then collapsed, and I have no memory after that actually. I have no memory, probably for a few minutes beforehand actually.
Incredibly, just 2 months after collapsing, Nick was back playing football, thanks to the quick thinking of his teammates.
Well, we turned around after seeing Nick miss yet another shot, and he was down on the ground. I thought he was in some sort of pain or agony, but you could see after a few moments he wasn't responding in any sort of way, not in his normal sort of fit of despair when he normally misses.
They were lifesavers.
Went over, couldn't get anything from him, and at that point it was clear that we had to start doing something to save him.
I can't thank this guy enough, and the two others, King and Ray, amazing what they did. It's like, wow, so yeah, I've got so much to be thankful for. Shows the importance of CPR.
Two football fans whose lives were saved by those who knew CPR.
I feel part of the family now.
Yeah. And do you think you'll always be in touch? You'll always still see each other, do you think, Harry?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I'll be at his wedding.
John Watson, BBC News.
Very pleased to say with us in the studio now, Dr. Nick Thomas, who you saw in that report, his teammate who saved his life, Henry McKechnie. Have I got that right?
McKechnie.
McKechnie, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Also, Estelle Stevenson's from the British Heart Foundation. Morning to you as well. First of all, Dr. Nick, you are alive today, quite literally, because your teammates, and I know there were others involved too, and you were saying as you were watching that, you know, I'm still here.
It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, my family, you know, we've got so much to be grateful for. It's incredible to think that this happened to me completely out of the blue. I was doing park runs every week. I was playing football every week. I was quite a fit guy. I've got 3 kids at home who keep me busy, as you can imagine. Work is, of course, incredibly busy. And yet this happened. I just totally shocked and no warning. And down I went. And then it's thanks to Henry here and the 2 other guys who will forever be, you know, in debt to. What do you say to them? It's incredible, absolutely incredible.
I know what Nick says to you, so Henry. I know what you say to Nick, which is you're rubbish at football, because you were doing a commentary on that just a moment ago, and you were saying you haven't got any better since then.
Well, actually, the worrying thing is he has got better since he had the incident. He says that he scored, you know, 2 or 3 goals that night before he went down, but it's strongly disputed. I've never seen him score more than 2 since. But since he's come back, he's actually played pretty well.
Is it more goals every time he tells the story?
Yeah, he absolutely picked up on that.
Now, we understand that you're a firefighter. So this doing CPR, you have done that before in your work, obviously. But that moment in time, a teammate goes down, just for those people who've never been in that situation, think, how would I cope? How did it work for you? What went through your head?
So I'm extremely fortunate that through my role, I've been trained in how to perform CPR. The training, fortunately, just kicked in as soon as I saw that something wasn't quite right with Nick. So that's when we got to work, and everything sort of turned into a bit of a blur. It was only afterwards, once Nick had been taken to the hospital, that I began to really process what had happened. But that is because of the training.
15 minutes. Is that right? Is that how long you were doing CPR?
Myself and 2 other people performed CPR, but everyone at the pitch did something. Some people called 999, someone got the defibrillator, some people chaperoned the ambulance in. So everyone did something.
Incredible to keep that clarity of mind under pressure when it's your pal as well. Estelle, what's shocking when we look at the statistics is, and I'm ashamed to say if I was in that situation, I would not have known what to do. And I'm not alone.
You're not. So, I mean, the cardiac arrest is the ultimate medical emergency. Prompt CPR and defibrillation can be the difference between life and death, as we've seen with Nick and Henry's story. Amazing story. What we did as the British Heart Foundation, we surveyed the nation. We wanted to understand how many people knew CPR. And we were shocked to learn that there's around half of UK adults who still don't know the simple skills to save a life. That's around 23 million of us walking around, and we just don't know CPR. It's super easy to learn, and Nina, if you're willing, I can give a quick demo. So
super simple.
Super simple. So I'll just show you on this cushion.
Put this there.
We'll regard the cushion as a patient, and it's all you'd have to do is clasp your hands like that.
And would you put your good hand underneath, or?
Oh gosh, it's up to you, your preference. But yeah, you want nice, strong arms. Heel of your hand in the centre of the cushion. And that is the centre of your chest. So right on the sternum, in the middle, between the nipples. That's where you want to be. And then you want to lean over with your shoulders directly above your hands, and then you want to push down.
So quite far over then.
Around a third of the depth of the person you want to push. Ideally, you would do that on the floor. The person would be lying on their back. And you would do it to the British Heart Foundation will recommend the VG Staying Alive to keep that rhythm. So it's around 2 pushes per second.
Can't be any BG's number, it has to be Staying Alive.
It has to be Staying Alive. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Staying
7,
alive.
8, 9, 10.
Great. Come on, Charlie, staying alive.
And it
But you
is-
know, Estelle, whenever we do these, there's a number of questions people ask straight away. And one is, can you harm a
No.
person? Because there is a
Yeah.
reluctance, because you can just see the effort you're putting in there. People do worry about that you could make something worse, you could do damage.
You can't do any harm. At that point, the person will not survive if they don't get CPR and defibrillation. It's as simple as that. So as the British Heart Foundation, we want everyone to learn. So February is Heart Month. We are asking the nation to take just 15 minutes to learn CPR.
Because it felt there like, if you said with your hands directly under your shoulder, there's a lot of weight going in.
There's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You push harder than you would ever expect to, but it works. You're basically taking the place of the heart. You're pumping blood around the vital organs until a defibrillator can get onto the person and shock the heart back into a normal rhythm. But it works, and we've seen from Henry and Nick's story and from Harry on the VT just there that people's lives can get saved. We just need people to get stuck in and know what to do. And there's 80% of those 30,000 out of hospital cardiac arrests happen at home. So if it was a loved one, you would want to know what to do.
That's a really good way of explaining it. You're taking the action that the heart would. So getting that
That's
pump
all
going.
you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're just making sure that that person will have a quality of life afterwards. Yeah.
I mean, you obviously, for different reasons, Nick, you're a medic, you're a firefighter. You have a confidence because you've had the training and you've probably been through the circumstance before, but you'll know very well. But for someone who hasn't had that, finds themselves in that situation, the fear of the moment in itself, but then the worry about whether you know what you're doing, that's a very real thing, isn't it?
I think that's the key to all of this, actually, is the confidence. You think to yourself, oh, gosh, I can't do this. There's no way I'm going to do that. I'd never be able to do that, what they're doing. And yes, we've been trained, and yes, all of our other colleagues have. And on the football pitch that night, there was a police officer and a cabin crew member, actually, so they get trained, they get trained as part of their work. So it was second nature to them, hopefully, as well, which clearly was, because I'm here, which is wonderful. But it just shows, actually, you never know when it's going to happen. It happened 2 minutes before the end of a pitch, at the end of the match, when we were all shattered, I've no doubt, and I don't remember at that point. But of course, that's the whole point of this. It happens anytime, any place, with anybody as well. I think that's the key. And if you know what you're doing, just a little bit, get going, get started. It's not to be scared of. Don't be afraid of it. Just have a go. And that's a massive thing to do. It really is.
Now, we know that you're both big football fans. Not necessarily that professional players, no judgment here. But we've got...
Ouch.
Did you see the VT?
Yeah, the truth is.
We have got a message, though, from a couple of footballers for you both. Take a look.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Henry. As an Everton player and a former Manchester United player, I've obviously heard about your story, what an incredible story it is, and I wanted to get in touch with you. I'd like to invite you both down to Goodison Park to come watch a game before the end of this season and hope you'd accept my invitation. Take care. Best wishes.
Hi, Henry. What an amazing thing have you made for your friend Nick. Everyone here at Manchester United want to give you the congratulations for the great job, response in the right time and right moment that you have done. And we want to wish all the best to you both.
And Bruno has extended an invite to Old Trafford as well.
It was worth it now.
There we are, exactly. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for that.
How did it feel seeing those invitations?
I didn't expect that. It's just, icing on the cake. We had, to get out and present a happy story to everyone, educate them a little bit, and now that on top, it's just been the best.
Do you know what? You've made me think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the 15 minutes and learn how to do it.
15 minutes with the Reviver. Just search Learn CPR, and you can do it in the comfort of your own home with just a cushion and your phone.
Any excuse to sing the Bee Gees, Estelle. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Are we playing football this weekend?
Oh, well...
It's Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night is tonight.
Oh, it's tonight?
We're heading back to Oxford to play.
Absolutely, yeah.
OK.
You're welcome to come, both of you.
Thank you very much. You're on duty today, aren't you?
Thankfully been released by work just to come do this, so thank you, work.
A lot of thank yous going on. Everybody's thanking everyone. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you very much. Nice to see you.